Peter Semyonich. Peter Semyonich was the greatest seducer of other men's wives that I have ever met. He was successful with all women, but he considered it a special challenge to seduce attractive women married to rich, prominent, successful men. To be fair, I could never do Peter justice. So why don't I let him tell you his story in his own words, huh? So many gorgeous women under one roof. I feel like a kid in a candy shop. Hello, beautiful. Hi. Well, if I may say so myself, I am the greatest seducer of other men's wives that I have ever met. And I don't say this boastfully. The staggering figures speak for themselves. Those men who are interested in playing this highly satisfying but often dangerous game, I urge you to take out pen and paper and make notes. I shall be explaining my methods. Married women, in their defense, could do likewise, but I'm afraid it would do them little good if they happen to be my chosen victim. You see, my methods have never failed. Now, there are 3 characteristics required: patience, more patience, and still more patience. Those who lack the strength to wait and persist, I urge you to take up perhaps cycling or maybe kite flying, because seducing is not for you. Now, in order to seduce another man's wife, you must, and I repeat, must stay as far from her as possible. Pay her no attention at all. Ignore her if you must. We will get to her through her husband. Yes! You are about to watch a practical demonstration. For as it happens, I am madly, deeply in love this week. My heart pounds with excitement knowing that in a few moments from now, she will be passing through this very garden along with her husband. Every fiber of my being tells me to take her into my arms and embrace her with all the passion of my heart. But observe how a master operates. I shall be cool to the point of freezing. My heart of hearts, along with spouse, approaches.
Aha! Peter Semyonich! Haha! Fancy meeting you here!
Nikolai, such a nice surprise to see you.
Yeah.
You're looking good, my friend, huh? Notice that I'm not looking at her.
Thank you. And you? You gay devil? You're always looking good. Excuse me, have you met my wife, Irina? Wait a minute. Of course You sat next to her at the dinner at Westcott's. Irina, I don't know what this charmer said to you, but I must warn you, he's a scoundrel. A notorious bachelor, but an exceptional swordsman. That's the best I can say for you, Peter.
You exaggerate, Nicky. You exaggerate. Good to see you, madam.
Hey, we were just going for a stroll. If you're not busy, why don't you join us?
Thank you, my friend. But as a matter of fact, I'm riveted to this spot. You see, a new romance has entered my life. And until she is out of my sight, I shall be incapable of moving even an inch. Too much, you think? But as I said, patience, patience.
That's so amazing. You never cease to amaze me, man. Is she pretty? Pretty, I suppose?
Nikolai, suppose magnificent. Suppose glorious. And only then shall you suppose correctly, my friend.
Oh. Any complications?
As usual, the husband. I'm afraid my cause looks lost.
That's nonsense. I'm ready to place my bets on you. And you know, I never put my money until I'm sure of winning.
Nikki, I think we are getting late. Let's go.
Okay, sweetheart. Okay. Good ending, man. Good ending.
Thank you. Good to see you again, madam. Beautifully done, don't you think? Huh? I'm awed by the work of a true professional. Did you notice? Our eyes barely met. We hardly exchanged a word. And yet, she knows so much about me already. A, that I'm a popular bachelor. B, a man in love. Always titillating to women, huh? C, a gifted sportsman, which is a nice contrast to her sedentary husband. And D, and this is most important, a dangerous man with the ladies. At this point of time, quite frankly, she is disgusted by me. Because A, I'm a scoundrel and a braggart. B, because I'm shamelessly frank about my intentions. And C, because she thinks that she is not the one that I'm interested in. By the way, are you all noting this down? Huh? Because it gets tricky from here on. Now, the next step, hypnosis. But not hypnosis with the eyes. Hypnosis with the poison of the tongue. Much like a venomous snake moving in for the kill. And what's best? The best channel for us is her husband himself. Observe how I accidentally run into him at the club one day.
Hey, Peter! Hi! Come on here! How are you, my good friend?
Hello, Nikolai.
Why so gloomy? I think your pursuit is not going well.
Is it that obvious?
It is!
I am doomed, my friend. Doomed. I haven't seen her since the last I met you and your dear wife in the garden. I eat little, sleep lesser. I have had all my shirt collars taken in at least half an inch. Ah, Nikki, why do I waste my valuable youth chasing women whom I can never truly call my own? Ah, how I envy you, my friend. How I envy you.
Me?
Yes.
What about me that you in?
Your marriage, of course. A fine lady, your wife. Let me tell you that.
Real?
Yes.
What about her that fascinates you?
Her grace. Her quiet charm. In fact, everything about her. But most of all is the way she looks at you. With such loving, adoring eyes. It must send quivers through your body, huh?
Quivers?
Yes.
No, not really.
No? Then a tingle, perhaps? Tingle. Nikki, don't tell me you don't tingle when she looks at you.
Tingle?
Yes.
Of course, I do. I do tingle. All the time.
Charming woman, your wife. Take it from a lonely bachelor and be glad that fate gave you a woman like that.
Fate will be perhaps as lucky to you too.
Thank you, my friend. That's what I am counting on. By the way, when you go home tonight, please say my hello to her. But I insist that you do not repeat the conversation that we just had, because it's going to hurt her fragile sensitivities. You understand?
Okay.
Oh Lord! Now I'm late for the doctor's appointment.
Doctor, what happened? What is he treating you for?
What else? Acute depression? Dr. Chekhov. Why?
Dr. Chekhov?
Yes?
I'm going that way on. Come, I'll drop you in my cab.
Okay.
Come. Come on, Peter, what are you waiting for?
Where is the woman for me? I know where. In fact, I know exactly where. Only question is, how soon will she be in my arms? There is work to be done. But not by me, by my aid and accomplice. Oh, by the way, I met Peter Semyonich today.
Oh, by the way, I met Peter Seminich today.
Who?
Peter Seminich? That bachelor? We met him in the garden last week. That handsome man, you remember?
Yeah, I remember. What a loathsome man he was.
You may not think so when you hear what he had to say about you.
Nothing that braggart had to say would interest me.
He spoke most enthusiastically about you. He was enraptured by your grace, your quiet charm. And Peter feels that you are capable of loving a man in some extraordinary way. Then it was something about your eyes that you look so adoringly. He certainly had a lot to say about you. And he went on and on and on, and I must get back to my business accounts.
What else?
Hmm?
What else did he say about me?
Ooh. Peter?
Yeah, whatever his name is. What else did he say about me?
Well, that's more or less of it, what I just told you.
But you said he went on and on.
But he did.
But you stopped. If he went on and on, then don't stop. Either you go on and on, or just go back to your accounts.
Ah, yes. Peter said how much he envied me. How he wanted someone to look at him the way you looked at me.
But how does he know how I look at you?
That time gardens. He must have been looking at you when you were looking at me. That time sent a tingle throughout my whole body.
The way I looked at you.
Exactly, my precious.
But you were looking at him.
Yeah.
So how do you know how I was looking at you? In fact, I was looking at the flowers because he made me so nervous the way he kept avoiding looking at me. You must have tingled for some other reason.
Rather getting confusing. But the main point is, he found you fascinating. I thought that would please you.
No, it doesn't. I would rather if you don't tell me such stories. When are you meeting him next?
Tomorrow for lunch?
Then I would rather not to be discussed over lunch. Please do tell him that.
Okay.
And at dinner you can tell me whatever he said. Good night, Mickey.
Good night, Angel.
Good night, Angel. I'm spellbound by my own powers. I succeeded in not only piquing her interest, but in causing her heart to flutter at the mention of my name. And all this was accomplished, mind you, while I was at home having a pine-scented bath. Awesome, isn't it? Huh? Lunch the next day was not only nutritious, but highly productive. Nikolai, Nikki, here. Nikki.
Hi.
Hi. What's the matter? You seem to be in a tearing hurry.
I need to reach back home fast.
Okay, just give me 1 minute. Well, it's like this. I ran into Nekrasov yesterday, that painter. You know him?
I know.
Well, he has been commissioned by a wealthy prince to draw the head of a typical Russian beauty.
Whoa.
He asked me to look for a model for him. And I told him that I knew just the woman. But I didn't dare ask her myself. So what do you think of asking your wife?
My wife.
Yes.
Irina.
Yes.
Asking her what?
To be the model, of course.
What?
That marvelous head of hers. It would be a damn shame if that exquisite face missed the chance to become immortalized for the whole world.
Really?
Yes.
For the whole world?
Yes.
I see what.
Ah, thank God. So, will you discuss it with her?
Okay, that's a good idea. I'll speak to Irina about it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Good night.
And so I said I would discuss it with you. What do you think?
I think it's nonsense. By the way, how did he put it to you? Did he actually say a typical Russian beauty?
Precisely. And that it would be a damn shame if that exquisite face missed the chance to become immortalized for the whole world. That's exactly what he had said.
I think he talks too much. Doesn't he? By the way, are you sure those were his exact words? I hope you didn't leave anything out.
Ah, yes. that pretty face. I miss that pretty face. He said it a number of times, I think.
He really does talk too much. By the way, how many times did he say? Once, twice, what?
Let me think. It's actually hard to remember.
Never mind. It's not that important. But I think next time onwards, you should write down all these things, okay?
Hey, madam.
Have you seen me near her?
No.
Have you heard me speak to her?
No.
Has any correspondence passed between us? That's right. No, my dear students, no. And yet, she hangs on to every word of mine uttered by her husband. Please note down, we shall apply this treatment for 2 to 3 weeks. Her resistance is weakening, weakening, weakening.
I think his mind is somewhere else, if you ask me. Definitely on that woman that Peter was talking about. From the looks of it.
What woman? Did he mention any name in particular?
Oh no, he's too discreet for that. He would protect her good name at any cost. Instead, he talks of you all day. Poor soul. I'm actually beginning to feel sorry for him.
I think it's none of our concern. Did you ask him to dinner tomorrow?
He's busy.
Day after then?
Busy.
Next week? Next month? Doesn't the money?
But he said he's busy in a very important project and it will be months before he can see us. He did say that with patience and persistence, good things will come to him. By the way, he thinks you should go on stage.
Me? On stage?
Yeah.
What is he talking about?
Well, Peter said, just a moment. I don't want to misquote him. Let me take out my diary.
Yeah. Please take your time.
Yes. He said, with such an attractive appearance, such intelligence, sensitivity, it's a sin for her to be just a housewife.
He said that?
And that ordinary demands don't matter for such women.
Nikki, I don't want to hear it.
And natures like that should not be bound by time and space.
Nikki, I beg you, please stop it.
And then he says, if I weren't so busy, I would take her away from you.
He said that?
He said that. I wrote it. See? Here. See for yourself.
What did you say then? It's important for me to know what did you say then?
I said take her there. I'm not going to fight a duel with you over her.
Nikki, please, don't discuss me with him anymore. I beg you, not to mention my name in front of him ever again. Please.
But I don't, my love. It's Peter who is always bringing up this subject. He accused me of not understanding you. He shouted at me. She's an exceptional creature, strong, seeking a way out. If I were a novelist, I would put her in a romantic novel and name it The Passionate Engine. That man is weird. Definitely weird.
What did he say? Huh? He is delivering my love letters to his wife. Sealing them with kisses, in fact. Yet he calls me weird. I ask you. Well, let's see how far we have come. The poor woman is definitely obsessed and passionate about meeting me. She is sure that I am the only man in this entire world who truly understands her. Her disinterested husband transmits my remarks, but it is my words that she hears. It's my voice that sings to her in her heart. The sweet poison is doing its work, but I am relentless. There is no room for mercy in the seducing business. Observe how deftly I administer the master stroke. Those of you who are faint-hearted, I urge you, look away now.
No, Nikhil. Not a word from him. Nothing.
But exactly. That's what he had said. He told me to tell you nothing. He said because of your sweet and sympathetic nature, you would worry of someone else's distress.
He's in distress.
Worse, he's gloomy, morose, morbid, in the depths of despair.
But why? What's the matter with him?
Loneliness. He feels he has no true friends.
Understand him? Doesn't he know how much we appreciate him and commune with him? Doesn't he know that how much we love to be with him? You and I?
I tried to make that clear. I even invited him for the dinner with us tonight. But he refused. Peter says he cannot face people. He's so depressed that he doesn't even stay at his home. Instead, he paces up and down in that public garden we met in every night.
What time?
What time? 8 to 9? Yeah, 8 to 9. By the way, we are invited to Vaishnav's tomorrow night for dinner. Is 8 o'clock okay with you?
No. I have to visit Aunt Sophia tomorrow. She's not well.
Oh.
So, I'll be there at 9. Or maybe a little later.
Okay.
Please, no applause. No, seriously, no applause. You see, I could not have done it alone. I share the honor with my aide and accomplice. You see, he wooed her so well that there is no carriage fast enough for her to come to my arms. She ran all the way. Observe. And now, for the conclusion. You will understand if I request you to busy yourselves with the programs and such. Because the next few moments are private, if you know what I mean. And I am, after all, a gentleman. Love of my heart, at last I can... Shh.
No. Not a word, not a sound, please. I can't bear it. Until you have heard what's in my heart. For the last 7 weeks, I'm suffering like it. You have used my husband as an extremely clever device. To arouse my passions, which I freely admit have been lying dormant for the past 7 years. Whether you are sincere or not, you have awakened in me desires and longings, which I never dreamt were possible. You appealed to my vanity, and I gave. You planted in my mind thoughts of untold pleasures, and I weakened. You attacked my every weakness, and I surrendered. Now I have come to you. If you want but let me add this. I love my husband dearly. Though he is not a passionate man, nor even remotely romantic. Our life together reaches neither the heights of ecstasy nor the depths of anguish. We have an even marriage, moderate and comfortable. And in accepting all these conditions and full measure of his devoted love, I have been happy. Now I have come to you, knowing that once you take me in your arms, my life and my marriage with Nikki will be destroyed forever. I'm too weak. I'm too selfish to make a choice. I rely on your strength of character. The choice is yours. Whichever one you choose will make me both miserable and eternally grateful. But I beg you not to use me as an amusement. Although even then I will not refuse you. If you want me, open your arms, and I will come to you. But if you love me, just turn your back, and I will leave. And will never see you or speak to you ever again in future. The choice, my dearest, sweetest love of my life, is yours. God bless you, Peter. I wish that life brings you the happiness that you have just brought to me.
Peter Semyonich, the former seducer of other men's wives, from that day onwards turned his attentions to single unmarried women only. Till the perfect girl came along and the confirmed bachelor married at last. He is today a perfectly happy man, except on those occasions when a dashing young man tells him how attractive his wife is.
May I introduce the director, Sanjeev Johri.
Thank you very much for coming to watch our play and appreciating it. I would like to introduce the team to you. First of all, the cast of A Marriage Proposal. The character of Ivan Vasilevich was played by Aviral Puri. The character of Aunt Maria was played by Rekha Johri. And the character of Natalia Smirnovna was played by the first debutante of this team, Priya Vardhana. And now, the cast of the first play, Seduction. The character of Peter was played by me. The character of Irina, the wife, was played by Rekha Johri. And the character of the husband, Nikolai, was played by the other debutant of our team today, that is Mr. Sunil Mehra. The lights were operated by Mr. Ram Kailash. Music was played by Steve Kohli. And the backstage support was by Mr. Anurag Singh and Mr. Anuj. Anuj, are you here? Anuj? Okay.
I think he's not here.
So,